1. Hook, are you stuck between AWS Lambda and EC2? You're not alone. Many developers face this dilemma. Understanding when to move back to EC2 is crucial for your performance and budget. 3. The simple explanation: Lambda is ideal for event-driven architectures with unpredictable workloads. But it has limitations. Here are a few key points to consider. Execution time: Lambda functions can run for a maximum of 15 minutes. If your process takes longer, you need EC2. Cold starts: Lambda can experience latency during the first request after a period of inactivity. This can be a problem for user-facing applications. Cost: for high-traffic applications, Lambda can get expensive. EC2 allows for reserved instances and more predictable pricing. Resource constraints: Lambda has memory and storage limits. If your application needs more, switch to EC2. Control: with EC2, you have full control over the operating system and environment. Lambda abstracts a lot of that away. 4. Real-world example: let's look at a startup called FoodieApp. They started with AWS Lambda for their meal delivery service. Initially, it worked well with around 10,000 daily requests, and their costs were about $30 per month. As they grew, their traffic surged to 100,000 daily requests. At this point, they faced multiple issues: cold starts, users complained about delays in loading the app. Execution time: some processing tasks exceeded the 15-minute limit. Costs: their monthly bill skyrocketed to over $1,500, largely due to increased execution time and request volume. After analyzing their needs, they decided to migrate back to EC2. They set up a T3.medium instance, costing around $50 per month, with auto-scaling to manage peak loads. They regained control over performance, improved user experience, and significantly reduced costs. 5. What to do instead if you're considering a move back to EC2? Here's a simple framework to follow. Step 1. Assess your traffic patterns, analyze request volumes. If you exceed 50,000 requests per day with Lambda, it's time to evaluate. Look for consistent patterns. If you have peak times, EC2 can manage these better. Step 2. Evaluate performance needs, identify tasks that exceed Lambda's 15-minute execution limit. Check memory and storage requirements. If they approach Lambda limits, plan to switch. Step 3. Cost analysis, estimate your Lambda costs for your expected traffic. Compare this with EC2 pricing. Use AWS pricing calculator to forecast costs based on different instance types. Step 4. Plan for migration, set up an EC2 instance. Start with a T3.small or T3.medium depending on your load. Use elastic load balancing to manage traffic. Step 5. Monitor and adjust. After migration, closely monitor performance using CloudWatch. Adjust instance types or scaling policies based on real-time data. 6. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Ignoring traffic patterns. Fix. Regularly review AWS CloudWatch metrics. Set alerts for sudden traffic spikes. Mistake 2. Underestimating costs. Fix. Use the AWS pricing calculator before making decisions. Always compare Lambda versus EC2 costs. Mistake 3. Over-provisioning resources. Fix. Start with smaller instance types and scale up as needed. Use auto-scaling groups to manage load efficiently. Mistake 4. Neglecting security. Fix. Implement security groups and IAM roles properly. Regularly audit your EC2 instances. Mistake 5. Poorly configured load balancers. Fix. Ensure your load balancer is set up to distribute traffic evenly. Test it under load before going live. 7. Quick checklist. Analyze traffic patterns. Calculate current Lambda costs. Set up EC2 instances based on needs. Implement monitoring tools. Regularly review performance metrics. 8. Summary plus CTA. Moving back from Lambda to EC2 can seem daunting, but it's essential for scaling and optimizing your application. Assess your needs, evaluate costs, and configure your environment properly to make the transition smoothly. If you found this helpful, comment below with your experiences or questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical tech insights. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, Start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear.